I'm in the sort of second bedroom, if you like. There's the primary bedroom, and then there's the second bedroom here at Keeper's Cottage. Everything, as you know, has been stripped. This is where I found underneath the carpet that there were actual timber floors, and we are keeping these. These, obviously, we need to make them good, but they're beautiful. But as Malcolm and I have been looking through the plans, so Malcolm has done all of the designs and they're absolutely brilliant. And within Malcolm's designs, he sort of puts, places in each room where pieces of furniture should go, how it's going to be set up. So here we'll have, if you like, 2 single beds that then can be zipped together to make a double bed, 2 bedside tables. But this room needs not a wardrobe. This room needs a chest of drawers. So our plan with this room is to have 1 chest of drawers, and then we will probably have pegs around the wall here. So little pegs around the wall that you can hang things on. That's Stephen and Claire on the camera right now. There you go. They're there. Do follow them. Their YouTube channel is doing great, so do follow them. But he's put in his designs almost like a wood peg here, and then you can just hang your clothes, because this room's, it's not enormous, so to put in a whole wardrobe for clothes would be too much. So we're just looking for a chest of drawers. Now, the great thing about Mapperton is that we just over the years have collected a lot of furniture, because a lot of people have lived at Mapperton and so on and so forth. So we have this place on the estate called Marsh Farm, and it's where a couple other cottages are as well, but it's where one of the sort of the old farm buildings are, and we use it for storage. And it is literally like going to an antiques market. I'm not even kidding you. Like, you walk in there and you can find things. So I'm gonna meet Malcolm right now. We're gonna go through and see if we can find any furniture that we can then repurpose and use here. So fingers crossed we find that chest of drawers, and of course it's gonna be antique. All the furniture that's in there is mostly like brown furniture. So it's sort of, 20th century, some of it's 19th century, but a lot of it's still pretty amazing.
Mapperton has many uses, but one of its main uses, I think, is as a furniture repository. Because generations and cousins and sisters and parents and grandchildren, we've all deposited stuff at Mapperton over the years. Mm-hmm. And this room is no exception. This is in one of the old cow stalls at Marsh Farm, is the building we're in. And, right. And the reason that all the furniture is in here is the roof.
It's the only dry place on the estate, you mean?
It doesn't leak, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So,
right.
So what we've got here is a lot of furniture that has come down through my great aunt.
Yes.
That is on my mother's side. And we're having a look to see, and there are other pieces of furniture over there. In fact, Julie, I recognise half our old house.
Well, I know, because the brown
over
furniture,
there.
I collect brown furniture. I like brown furniture. I'm still hoping it's going to go back in fashion. So those 2 pieces of brown furniture there, Malcolm, are actually quite nice. So what we're doing is now that we're starting the process of Keeper's Cottage and having it renovated, we want to start to look at what possible furniture pieces we can possibly use in some of the rooms. So Malcolm has the eagle eye. I don't at all, but I am learning from him. So let's have a little look here.
I can see something over here, which we definitely need, because who wants a hot water bottle when you could have a bedpan? Julie, do you know what a bedpan is?
Well, it's like a chamber pot.
No.
No.
Oh.
This
a warming pan.
Is a warming pan for a bed.
What?
And in it,
no,
you would put embers from the fire.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I quite want that. Wait, what? So it's like an electric blanket?
And it would go in and it would... Am I right, Malcolm? I think
you are absolutely right.
And it would go in and it would warm your bed before you got in it. Of course, there was one major downside, which was often...
I'm going to pick it up.
The house went up in smoke
Oh.
because the
Where would you put this?
the
Under your bed?
embers,
In the
the
bed.
embers came out.
In the bed?
You'd fill it with embers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, put embers in there, and then put it into your bed to heat the bed up.
Is that the guide to it?
Well, I would say that's quite unlikely because that looks printed and it says LCD.
Okay.
So
wow. I quite like this. Just
Decorative.
Decorative.
well, it's the sort of thing that people would now, in very smart houses, you'd hang it on the wall.
Yeah, quite.
Well, why aren't we
Wouldn't you
hanging it on our wall?
Well, you can in
Okay.
Keeper's Cottage.
Right, so Malcolm, there are some things that I have put Julie and Luke because I wanted to get in here before. So like this table I put Julie. It doesn't mean we're taking this.
Yeah, okay, but that's a
I-
good piece to have.
I thought we could get these. No, reupholstered.
Well, they certainly need reupholstery, don't they?
I put our name on that.
I would suggest those are so far gone
No.
that even reupholstered,
No.
they're not.
Oh
No.
no, reupholstered. They could. I mean,
Be lovely,
They
Luke.
could, because they've got a good frame to them.
Yes.
Yeah,
They are a little low, but
I don't know what you'd use them for.
well, I mean, I would use them either side of a piece of furniture.
You'd
a
have,
bedroom
you'd have
or
them
something like
yeah,
that.
something to throw clothes
Yeah,
on.
precisely.
That's how you'd use it.
Yeah. But that's
We've got a
that.
nice grandfather clock here. Look at this.
So what do we think for Keeper's Cottage though? I think we need to get
Well-
into this. We need to.
So, possibly a chest of drawers. I think this is a little too big.
Yeah, this is big. Chest of drawers. What about this
Well-
one, Malcolm?
A bit decorative, but I quite like this one. But it would need a bit of love and attention. It's missing a handle.
Okay.
The big question with English
No.
brown furniture is always whether the love and the attention ends up costing more than it would to
buy a new piece.
buy a new piece. Because
Well-
for some reason, and this is really worth letting our viewers know, Julie,
Yes.
that English brown furniture, sort of Georgian through Victorian, Edwardian, is very unfashionable.
Yeah, it's
And
terrible.
even though it's wonderful antique, all these wonderful antique
love it.
pieces, they're very undervalued.
Yeah, you can get. It costs you more to get furniture at IKEA.
It
than
is literally more expensive to buy a chest of drawers from IKEA
Yep.
in nasty pine or veneer than it is to buy a kind of slightly run-down George III chest of drawers. It's a funny
Yep.
thing, isn't it? Julie, you'll notice that Malcolm, he hasn't yet sort of jumped up and down and said
No,
No.
well, I mean,
This
the
is the
condition
answer.
a bit-
ropey in places.
well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
tired, shall we say?
It's a lovely word.
I
It's a
think
lovely word.
I
Tired.
think tired and ropey.
So,
kind
what
of
about
go
my
together quite
stuff
well.
over here? So, what do we think, everybody? Let's wrap this up. We're going to take this back to the main house,
Possibly.
possibly.
Okay.
And what do we think about a chest of drawers? This one.
Possibly.
No, possibly. Or it might be better. We might use one of the little bureau.
Oh look, here's the rest of the grandfather clock.
No.
No. Right. Well, I'd say mission
Mission accomplished.
semi-accomplished.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're aware of the sort of things that are here.
We're aware of the things that are here. I think, to be honest, Malcolm, the next step is probably to come here with a furniture restorer
Yes, and,
and
see.
to see what he thinks is, or she thinks is easy.
I am in charge of this project. Well, Malcolm and I are in charge. We're,
Okay. I'm
it's
just.
an equal
I'm
allegiance.
a long way in the back seat. I'm in the third row.
It's an equal allegiance. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it. So you've got some ideas.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good. Thank
Perfect. All right. Bye.
On a day like today, it's hard to imagine that you want to be anywhere else, is it?
This is true. I mean, the sun is out.
The sun is out. It's summer at Mapperton.
Yeah. It's
and
spectacular.
The foxgloves are enormous. Look at that.
They
It's
certainly
digitalised.
are. And it smells.
Smells divine.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I've just been thinking that standing here and looking out and seeing how wonderful everything looks is in a way a bit of a mirage because you only have to peel back a layer to realise that things are wonderful, but at the same time there's a huge amount to do. So
Yes.
let me just show you. Here is the wonderful orangery built by my grandfather in the 50s, and it's a terrific building, and it really completes the garden, sitting at the head of the garden here. A few years ago we had to replace the entire roof, and that was about £50,000.
Yes, remember that.
Just out of nowhere. That was 5 years ago.
Ouch.
But guess what? Look at these windows.
Yeah, I was about to say.
These window frames are completely rotted through.
Oh my goodness.
You probably haven't even seen this, sweetie.
I
Look at this.
haven't actually.
Look at this. I can just,
No, that is horrendous,
you
Luke.
just like pull. And it's not
Should
just,
you have done
it's
that?
not just one window. It's
all of
every
them.
single one along here.
all of them.
So whilst at a distance, the orangery looks
my gosh.
spectacular.
And you
As you zoom in for a close-up.
can't just repaint that.
Well, I think you can't repaint it at all. What we have done over here is a bit of sort of, temporary repairs. So we put in a bit of plastic
Oh dear.
just to kind of hold it together. Mapperton is a constant quest to stay on top of repairs and maintenance. And so even though we're incredibly lucky to live here, and we appreciate every day that we get to be in such a splendid environment, at the same time there are these huge pressures. And one of the wonderful things of the last year has been the support that we've had of our patron community through the Patreon platform. And Patreon has been a brilliant way for us to engage with a community of people who care really as much as we do about England's
It's
heritage.
really an amazing community that, you know, the community is incredible.
And so we would encourage you, if you would like to support Mapperton and help us with the endless backlog of repairs and restoration projects, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/Mapperton Live. On there we've got these different tiers with various benefits for each tier. You get, what are some of the gifts that people can get?
Well, some people do like to get a photo of us, so we
Photo of us, exactly. You get a photo of us, signed by us.
Every year you'll get a new one if you've been, every year that your membership turns over.
Do we say that? We don't tell people that, do we?
Yeah, I think everybody,
okay.
we do communicate that. And then there's tea towels, there's other Mapperton goodies, there's live Q&As with us. But I also think we send lots of videos and just 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute updates that are just for patrons only. And we do that every week, little updates here and there.
And we reply to every comment.
Comment.
And if you message us, you get direct
it's
conversation with us.
Commenting back.
So, and obviously the income from that is hugely helpful because it now enables us to do projects like replacing the windows here at the Orangery, which I think we're going to need to add to next year, because I honestly think when we have a gale, those things are going to blow in next time.
Such a good English word.
Is it?
A gale.
A storm. Is that what it is?
We would probably just say a storm in America, but a gale. It's one of the new words. But yes. Anyway, thank you all. For those of you who are already patrons, thank you so much for your support, but also for being a part of the community. I think that's really what is also at the heart of it, is being a part of the Mapperton community. So thank you.
Thank you. Ben, this is one of the nicest days that I think I've been out this year.
Yeah, it's a lovely day. No, not too much wind, but it's the sun's out, not many clouds in the sky as well. So yeah, it's lovely views.
Can you tell us where we are?
So we're just at the Mapperton campsite, or the glamping site.
It's not just that.
It's not just that.
We're at the finest glamping venue in all of the West Country, Mapperton Camps. And if people don't know about Mapperton Camps, they should go back and view one of our early videos from last year, or they should go to mappertoncamps.com, because later this year we will have our tents back up and we will be welcoming visitors. But there's a problem. These have these corrugated silver tin sides, and when the sun catches them, and even when the sun doesn't catch them, they glint.
Yes, they do, yeah.
And because we are in what's called an area of outstanding natural beauty, and because we want to have a permanent installation here, we need to make sure that everything that we build here is as camouflaged into the landscape as possible.
Yeah.
Ben, how's your painting?
I did art at school, so...
You did art at school?
I did do art at
Oh,
school.
well, there you go.
But it doesn't mean I'm a good painter. But
You were more of a sculptor.
I was more of a sculptor, I think, yeah.
Yeah, what did you do for your kind of main piece of work that you handed in at the end?
My main piece was 2 pheasants fighting, and it was made out of feathers, and on top of the feathers, then I painted on top of the feathers.
So there was some painting?
There was a bit of painting.
So, well, you know what? I have to go and meet Julie. That means, unfortunately, that I'm going to leave you to paint. But I'm going to leave the camera on,
okay.
so we can see what's happening.
You can see what's happening. Check on, make sure I'm doing it.
Yeah. Ben, I'll leave you to get on with it.
Perfect. Thank you.